One If by Land, Two If by Sea is a famous restaurant located in the heart of Greenwich Village in New York City. It is known for its romantic ambience, candlelit tables, and historic decor. However, there are rumors that the restaurant is haunted by the ghost of Aaron Burr, the third Vice President of the United States. Legend has it that Burr was a regular patron of the restaurant back when it was a carriage house owned by his friend, Aaron Hoffman. Burr was said to have had an affair with Hoffman's wife, which led to a duel between the two Aarons in which Burr shot and killed Hoffman. Ever since then, there have been reports of strange occurrences at the restaurant. Employees and diners have reported seeing the ghostly figure of a man in a frock coat and powdered wig, believed to be Burr, wandering the dining room and disappearing into thin air. One particular ghostly encounter that stands out happened to a couple who were celebrating their anniversary at the restaurant. They were seated at a table near the fireplace, and as they were enjoying their meal, they noticed a chill in the air. Suddenly, the fire in the fireplace went out, and they heard a voice whisper, "Get out." Startled, the couple quickly paid their bill and left the restaurant. Later, they found out that their experience was not unique, and that other diners had reported similar encounters with the ghost of Aaron Burr. Despite the spooky legends and ghostly sightings, One If by Land, Two If by Sea remains a popular destination for couples and history buffs alike. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there is no denying that the restaurant has a rich history and a unique ambience that can transport you back in time to the days of Aaron Burr and the founding of our country. As mentioned before, the restaurant was originally a carriage house owned by Aaron Hoffman, a friend of Aaron Burr. It is believed that Burr used the carriage house as a place to meet with his mistress, and that Hoffman eventually found out about the affair. According to the legend, Burr and Hoffman agreed to settle their differences with a duel, which took place on July 11, 1804. Burr shot and killed Hoffman and fled to Philadelphia to avoid prosecution. He was eventually arrested and charged with murder, but was acquitted due to lack of evidence. After the duel, the carriage house passed through several owners and underwent several renovations before it was eventually turned into the restaurant we know today. Despite the changes, however, many believe that the ghost of Aaron Burr still haunts the building. In addition to the ghostly sightings, there have been other strange occurrences reported at the restaurant. For example, some diners have reported feeling a sudden drop in temperature, even though there is no air conditioning or ventilation system in the area. Others have reported hearing strange noises, such as footsteps and whispers, when no one else is around. Some have even claimed to have seen objects move or disappear, only to reappear in a different location later on. Despite the eerie legends, however, One If by Land, Two If by Sea remains a popular spot for romantic dinners, wedding receptions, and other special occasions. The restaurant has been praised for its delicious food, attentive service, and historic ambience, which includes a piano bar, a wine cellar, and a collection of antique maps and artwork. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, a visit to One If by Land, Two If by Sea is a unique and memorable experience that captures the essence of old New York. One If by Land, Two If by Sea is not only a famous restaurant, but it is also a historical landmark in New York City. The building that now houses the restaurant was built in 1767 as a carriage house for the Greenwich Village mansion, owned by the wealthy merchant Robert Murray. During the American Revolution, the building played a significant role as a headquarters for General George Washington and his troops during the Battle of Manhattan in 1776. The building was later sold to Aaron Burr's friend, Aaron Hoffman, who used it as his personal residence and a stable for his horses. It wasn't until the 1970s that the building was converted into the restaurant we know today. The restaurant's romantic ambience is complemented by its elegant decor, which features a fireplace, chandeliers, and ornate wallpaper. The bar area is cozy and intimate, and the main dining room is spacious and welcoming. The walls are adorned with oil paintings, mirrors, and antique maps, while the wine cellar houses over 20,000 bottles of wine. Despite its impressive history and luxurious decor, one if by land, two if by sea is perhaps best known for its spooky reputation. The ghost of Aaron Burr is said to haunt the restaurant to this day, and many diners have reported sightings of his ghostly apparition. One of the most famous ghost stories associated with the restaurant involves a piano player who was hired to perform during a private event. As he was playing, he suddenly felt a chill run down his spine, and he heard the sound of footsteps behind him. When he turned around, he saw the ghostly figure of Aaron Burr standing behind him, looking at him with a stern expression. The piano player was so frightened that he ran out of the restaurant and refused to ever play there again. However, other musicians have since performed at the restaurant without incident. Other spooky incidents reported at the restaurant include flickering lights, mysterious noises, and unexplained movements of objects. Some have even claimed to have felt a cold hand on their shoulder or to have seen a spectral figure standing in the corner of the room. Despite the ghostly legends, one if by land, two if by sea remains a popular destination for couples, history buffs, and foodies alike. The restaurant has been featured in numerous TV shows and movies and has won several awards for its cuisine and service. Overall, a visit to one if by land, two if by sea is a must for anyone interested in New York City's rich history and spooky legends. Whether you're there for a romantic dinner or a ghost hunt, you're sure to have a memorable experience. One interesting aspect of the restaurant's history is its connection to the infamous traitor, Benedict Arnold. During the American Revolution, Arnold was stationed in the same Greenwich Village neighborhood as the restaurant, and it is believed that he may have even dined there on occasion. In fact, some speculate that Arnold may have used the building as a rendezvous point with his British handler, Major John Andre. Andre was captured and hanged for espionage, while Arnold escaped to British lines and lived out his life in exile. Another intriguing aspect of the restaurant's history is its alleged connection to the New York Society Library. Some believe that the carriage house was once used as a secret meeting place for the library's members, who were prohibited from meeting in public due to the controversial nature of their discussions. Despite its rich history, however, one if by land, two if by sea is perhaps best known for its eerie reputation as a haunted hotspot. In addition to the ghost of Aaron Burr, there are numerous other spectral sightings reported in the building. One legend involves the ghost of a woman who was said to roam the upstairs dining room. According to the story, the woman was a former resident of the building who was killed in a tragic accident. Diners have reported seeing her ghostly figure walking through the room, sometimes accompanied by the scent of roses. Another ghostly presence reported at the restaurant is that of a young boy. According to the legend, the boy was a stable hand who worked at the carriage house when it was still used as a stable. He died in a freak accident involving a horse, and his ghost is said to still haunt the building. Despite the ghostly legends and spooky stories, one if by land, two if by sea remains a beloved New York City institution. The restaurant's historic charm, elegant ambience, and exquisite cuisine make it a popular destination for special occasions, romantic dinners, and ghost hunters alike. Overall, a visit to one if by land, two if by sea is a unique and unforgettable experience that offers a glimpse into the rich history and legends of one of New York City's most iconic buildings.